Yeah, no, it's way too cold. Screw that. No way. Well, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. I was going to wash this thing, but it's 18 degrees out right now, and I don't feel like freezing my hands off washing this car. I mean, it has snow on it, but other than that, it doesn't look terrible. All right, well, here's the video you've all been asking for. And honestly, I've had more people ask me this question after I got the M4 than people asking for what my wheel specs are on the S4. When I have the aftermarket wheels, not these wheels. These stock ones don't look that great. So yeah, let's get into it. This is my 2014 Audi S4, and then I have a 2015 BMW M4 that we will look at in a little bit. But to start things off, this video is sponsored by my dad. Now, even though that might be cool, that's not my situation. I actually worked pretty hard for both my cars, and I figured I might as well tell you guys in a video form than answering your guys' comments, because there's a lot that goes into how I'm able to afford the S4 and my M4 too. So to start things off, let's talk about the S4. The S4 I bought December of 2021, and this car was $25,000. Yep, $25,000. And that was a lot of money for me because I was like 19 years old at the time, and this car was crazy expensive compared to the car I had before. Previously, what got me into cars, I bought a 2011 Audi A6. The A6 is the same engine, but different transmission, I think, at least in mine. And there wasn't a lot of aftermarket modifications, and I couldn't really make it look as good as this car can look. So, after a year of owning the A6, I sold it. I bought it for 10, I sold it for 14,000. And how I afforded that car was, I just delivered pizzas, and I was 19 years old. No, I was 18. I was 18 years old, living with my parents, not a lot of expenses, and I delivered pizzas every single day. And that's how I afforded the A6. And then this car came along. When I saw this car, I really wanted it. Not exactly this car, but just the S4 in general. So that summer I worked super hard. I worked 3 jobs. I served at a bar, I served at a golf course, and I moved furniture during the day. Now, in Idaho, it's great. You can serve at 19 years old. You can serve alcohol at 19. That's pretty cool. So that's how I was able to afford the S4. I put down 10,000, and then I was able to make every single payment and do double payments when I had the time and I felt like I could afford it. So that's basically how I afforded the S4. I also put in $25,000 into the car. So I bought it for 25 and I put 25 into it. Modifications, maintenance, yeah. That's not including insurance, which was $170 for this car until I got the M4. It's way too cold, I gotta warm up. Okay, now that I'm a little bit warmer, we can keep going. The S4 now is paid off. I paid it off right when I got the M4 because I didn't want to have 2 car loans at the same time. So now I have the title for this thing, so that's kind of cool. So now let's go over my spending habits. Honestly, I don't spend money. Like, I've had this save sweatshirt and save jacket before I even started making YouTube videos. And I don't remember the last time I actually spent money on clothes. So that's one thing. I also don't eat out a lot, and I keep my expenses very low. That way I can buy car parts instead. And with that being said, cars are my passion, and cars are what I really enjoy, and I love making videos. So I don't feel the need to go get McDonald's every day or anything like that. I meal prep. I eat leftovers for breakfast sometimes. Like, it's crazy what extents I do to go buy cars. But I mean, at the end of the day, cars and car parts and making videos is what I like to do. So that's what I do. So let's just go over my living expenses right now. Right now, I live with my parents still. I'm 21 years old, living with my parents. You guys can make fun of me in the comments, but you gotta do what you gotta do. And right now where I live, home prices are so expensive and rent is so expensive. If my parents are chill with me living there, I don't really care. But rent for my parents is $400 a month, which honestly isn't terribly far off from what I would pay if I had roommates. Last time I had roommates, I was paying $750, and that was last winter. Now, aside from rent, insurance on both cars, together is $220 with State Farm. Now, I'm on my dad's insurance, which is kind of nice, so that's another way I can save money is by being on my dad's insurance. So, in that case, I guess you could say my dad helped me, but not really. I'm still paying him for the insurance. I'm just like on the same one for him. I don't know. Okay, now we can go back outside. Now my food costs are not that expensive either. I usually meal prep, do everything like that, like I said. So I don't even know the total number for that. But so far, $220 for insurance, $400 for rent, and then my phone payments and everything like that. Altogether, probably another $300, $200. But yeah, that's how I was able to afford the S4 was I worked 3 jobs and my spending habits were very minimal. I didn't spend much money. So that's how I was able to afford the S4. And in working those 3 jobs, I was able to have enough money to pay off this car when I bought it. Literally the minute I bought it. I had $25K in my bank account, but why would I pay off a car when I could have extra money in my pocket for issues down the road? Life happens. Sometimes you need money for that. And also I wanted money for car parts, which is why I didn't pay it off all at once. Now this car's paid off and we got a second one. So we're gonna go ahead and talk about the second car and what I currently do for work now. But first things first, I gotta get to my job and work, and then I'll be back. All right, well, we are pulling into work. I'm gonna go ahead and park, work this shift, and then I will see you guys when I'm off. And we're back. All right, I lied. We have one more stop to make before we go to I&W. And I have a feeling that you're gonna like why we're stopping for this. So if you guys haven't watched 2 videos ago when I explained why the M4 is on rollers right now, I told you guys that I was also sponsored and that I bought myself a wing. And the wing for the M4 came in, and look at this thing. If I can get it unwrapped. Ooh, baby! So, while we keep talking about what I do to afford my cars, we're gonna throw this bad boy on too, even though we can't even drive it. Hello.
Unlock.
Alrighty. There she is. Hiding in the corner. All sad. Oh no. Alright, here's a question you guys have all been asking, and I've been avoiding it, but I'll go ahead and answer the question. How I was able to afford both cars is obviously the 3 jobs. I saved up a lot of money doing that, and honestly, I haven't worked less than 2 jobs since I've been into cars, and it's because German cars especially are very expensive. Recently, well not recently, but after I stopped serving at the bar and at that other restaurant, I got offered a better job at a higher end restaurant, and I started serving there. Saved up a ton of money. The S4 build was already finished, so I didn't have any money to put into the S4 anymore, so a lot more money piled up, and then I was able to get this thing. So now I work 2 jobs. I do the social media for I&W Performance, if you guys haven't guessed that already, and I serve. I know you guys might be making fun of me. It's not like I serve like at a small place or that I barely make any money. I do make a good amount. I took a screenshot of my pay stubs right here, so I'm not going to show too much. Who goes there? What are you doing? Making a YouTube video? Making a YouTube video? So, right now, because of serving After tax, I made $49,672 year to date. That doesn't include cash tips, but we're not going to talk about those because I don't want the IRS watching this video.
Yeah, but what about the $30,000 that your dad gives you every month?
But yeah, so all I do is serve, I do social media. All total, I count up all the hours that I usually work on average. It's about 40 hours serving, and then I do about 15 hours at I&W Performance, editing and filming content for their Instagram, TikTok, and we're gonna be doing YouTube soon. And then for my personal stuff, all my YouTube videos, filming, editing, TikTok, and Instagram too, all comes out to about 20 to 25 hours. So that's how much I work every single week. And that doesn't leave me a lot of free time, but in my free time, I usually just spend it with my girlfriend, or I think of ideas for more videos, or just have fun with my cars. But that's what I do for work. That's what I do with my money. Honestly, if you're just smart with your money, you can afford cars like this. And I know a lot of people are gonna be like, oh, buy a house, do real estate, do. I understand, and you guys are probably right. However, these cars, yeah, they do depreciate. I am gonna lose money, but in a pinch, I can always sell one and get majority of my money back. So that's where I stand with that. So besides that, M4 news, we're just gonna do a quick recap. The coilovers, because they were bent, it's gonna cost a lot more. Instead of the $850, it's now $1,700. You guys might be thinking I'm crazy and say, oh, why didn't you just get Fortunatos or BC Racing? These coilovers, I found out have Swift springs. They are the JRZ RS Pro 3s. These coilovers on Vivid Racing, brand new, are selling for $7,800. And that's not with Swift springs. With Swift springs, I'm guessing they're a little over $8 grand. So once I get these coilovers rebuilt and back, I'm gonna have really nice suspension. And there's one more thing I wanna talk about. In the video of going over how this car is more expensive than I thought it was gonna be with the repairs, you guys were like, oh, you should have done a pre-purchase inspection. I just told you guys how many hours I work a week, and the car was in Seattle, which is, well, Everett, which is even farther, which is like 5 hours away. So I had no time to be able to schedule an appointment with a shop and get it in. That's the first thing. Also, every good, reputable BMW shop said they were gonna charge me $600 for a pre-purchase inspection. Now, you guys gotta think, I knocked the guy down $3,000, he wanted $49,500, so I got it for $46,500. And then he already told me that it was bent. So I told him to take $1,500 off. But instead of that, he gave me the top mount intercooler and the charge pipes. So I got a deal there, okay? Now if they found out, if I paid $600, found out the axle was bad, found out the wheel bearing was bad, and told him to knock off more money, he's gonna be like, whoa, I gave you like way more money in parts. And he probably would have only knocked down $500. And then $600 for a pre-purchase inspection, I would have actually been out more money than just buying the car without a pre-purchase inspection. I don't know if that makes sense, but that was my logic on it. And I know it's stupid not to do pre-purchase inspection, but given the time I had and the deal this car was, for this many miles on this car and this kind of spec, it was a deal, because any other dealership was gonna charge me like upwards of 50 to 55 grand. All right, my camera is blinking, saying that I have 2 minutes on this SD card, but we got some bad news. The 3M tape that's provided on this spoiler wasn't thick enough. So we gotta go to O'Reilly's and get some real 3M tape and put this on a different day. So, sad news. Look at that, bag secured, got the 3M. So I'm gonna throw on that new stuff on there and hopefully put on the spoiler tomorrow, or maybe Monday, but that's gonna be something that the M4 is gonna have that's new in following videos. And look, see, like I was talking about, save money on food costs. Since I work at a restaurant, I get to take home some food every once in a while. I think this is macadamia crusted mahi mahi. We got some like pineapple ham cheese grilled sandwich. It's kind of like a Hawaiian pizza, but in sandwich form. But anyways, guys, I hope this video helps you out a lot on how I'm able to afford my cars. Another thing too, like I was saying before, the reason I have these cars is because I want to make content, and that's my main goal with this channel, with TikTok, with Instagram, and doing the I&W thing too, is really helping me learn a lot of new things, which is gonna help me in the future down the road. So building these cars is for you guys and also for me because I love doing it and I love making videos. As you guys can see, I have my vision board up there, right? So it's definitely a work in progress, but every day we keep growing more and more, and it's super fun to make videos for you guys. So I hope you enjoyed this one. And if you stayed this far in the video, thank you. Mega shout out to Ken Cow Performance again for sponsoring us. If you have any BMW things that you want to get, hit up them on Instagram. I'll link them down in the description. Also Bryan at 057, he is working super hard on my coilovers, and hopefully we get them back before Christmas and the M4 is back on the road, kinda. We still gotta get in alignment and everything like that. But anyways guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like, and if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button and the bell. And I'll see you guys next video where we're gonna be dynoing the S4. So, see you next time. Drive safe. I am not doing that today. My hands are freezing. You can see my breath. What?